Yeah, 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 Urko. Hey, 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 look.
Yeah, what going on? I go by the name of Steph Urkel, and I got my wonderful co-host.
So that
And welcome back to another episode of the Millennial Dungeon. This is the podcast where we have fun, analyze serious topics, and get it cracking like your grandma's bad knees. So, what's going on, Sylvette?
nothing much, but I'm hot. Um, as I'm sure everyone has been this weekend. Staying hydrated. But other than that, I'm good.
Look, watch it. You think I ain't?
Ding.
It is hot as shit outside. It went up to 100 degrees today. Man,
100.
God putting up triple digits. God putting up triple digits. It's playoff season in the summertime. God damn.
It was an indoor day for me, so I wouldn't know. But the air's blasting. I'm just trying to keep cool.
I'm not mad at you on that one. Like anybody that's out there, try to stay as cool as possible. If you gotta run errands, if you don't, then stay inside. It's nothing
Yeah.
out. You know what I'm saying? It's heat, humidity. Man, that heat hit my face like Will Smith hit on Chris Rock. And when I went up, like that shit crazy. I was
I
like,
know you couldn't wait to use that. You couldn't wait to use that.
I went right back in that house. I was like, wow. The air was like, yes.
Wow.
Oh, damn.
Well, I'm sure I could guess what you're gonna say. But how are you? How's your weekend been?
You already kicking it like a donkey. It is what it is. It was a laid back on weekend. So just chilling. I was trying to stay as cool as possible, even though I had to do some errands and stuff. But we here right now.
Yeah, we made it. We made it.
So today's topic: Sesame Place. So obviously we all know that what we've seen in social media about the racist controversy that happened at Sesame Street of the mascots that of the Sesame Street characters, they ignoring black kids and like just like mistreating them. We seen like the viral video, the two little black girls that won a high five from Rosita, the character.
Mm-hmm.
It was somebody in a mask, obviously not the actual puppet, but somebody in the mascot was walking past all the kids, giving them little high fives and stuff. But when she got to the little black kids, she ignored them and stuff like that. And there's even another video of another Sesame Street mascot messing with the little kid that's like just pushing them off.
Another one.
Yeah, another one. DJ Khaled. But yeah, it's just like shit is crazy. What did you think when you first saw that video?
I was heartbroken when I saw that video. Because I have younger siblings and I just really love kids anyway. And like you know how kids are when they get really excited about something that they really like, and to them they don't see any reason why they can't just high five the character they like. And to see those little girls' faces, to see them be so excited, and then just everything went down once the character was like, it hurt my feelings, and those aren't even my kids. It really hurt because I'm pretty sure otherwise they were having a really good day and a really good time, and that's probably what they're going to remember the most from it, how they got treated, and not, it's not even a fun day anymore. And that's messed up to have kids go through that.
It was sad when I first saw that. So I think somebody actually sent it to me, and I just saw the video. I'm like, yo, I'm thinking, oh, maybe it's just a one-time thing, or maybe it's something behind it. Then I saw like another video doing the same thing. Then I saw a third video of something like that happen. I'm like,
a third one.
It was three. It was three. You know what I'm saying, you gotta look that up on YouTube. It's drawn because like when you think about it, it's like kids really don't understand racism at an early age, like because they look like they was like 5 or 6. Am I right?
Yeah.
It's like
a little.
Obviously, as black kids, we know it's different rules apply to us, but like for the most part, at the end of the day, they're still kids. So it's like certain things that they're very naive and innocent on. So and they have that time period where they could just be naive and innocent to certain things because little kids don't care about race until they gotta learn it either the hard way or they're taught through their parents. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, for that situation to happen to them, to be their like lesson into learning what racism is, it's sad because that's something they're gonna remember for the rest of their lives. And it's like, well, you and me grew up on Sesame Street. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people did. So it's just like this some thinking like something like as like historic as Sesame Street being part of a lot of our childhoods, thinking that something so bad can happen there is kind of fucked up. And it's like now I see why Oscar the Grouch was always in that trash can. He
I
wasn't
don't
trying
know
to
about you,
yeah,
Sesame
Oscar the
Street
Grouch,
residents.
he was like, no, y'all racist. I'm gonna stay right in my trash can. That's why he was so grouchy. The people of the street was racist. They probably said something.
That's what's so wild too, is like all the characters on Sesame Street are different colors. Like they're not, like it's supposed to be about diversity. And look, like we're all neighbors and we're different, but we're still friends, right? That's
Exactly.
the whole point of Sesame Street. So what the heck kind of lesson or what kind of employees, I guess, are y'all hiring to where like they're not upholding the Sesame Street way? Because not my Sesame Street, because my Sesame Street did not teach me that.
Exactly. My Sesame Street was talking about Miss Elmo's world. Elmo's yeah,
Mm-hmm.
something like that. You know what I'm saying? My Sesame Street
People
taught me
in the neighborhood is the people that you see today. That's what they taught me. Who are the
exactly.
people in your neighborhood and all that? Like,
So I don't know who they was hiring there. Like, I guess the person they hired to play that mascot wasn't getting the drift. He was like, okay, so the objection is just to be nice and lovely. He was like, can I fuck with black kids? No. You sure I can't mess with black kids? You know what I'm saying? It's just like, I don't get it. And it's like you said, all the characters at Sesame Street are different colors. So you would think something as racist like that would be the last thing to happen. Like, I grew up with Elmo and Oscar the Grouch and Big
yes.
Bird. The last thing I want to hear from Elmo is, Elmo don't think all black lives matter. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear that from Elmo. I will suck his
And oh, sorry, no, you keep it going. You on the roll. Go ahead, go ahead. I'm sorry, I messed up your momentum. Go ahead. What you gonna do to Elmo?
No, no, because then the Sesame Street going come call me like, hey, you got a problem with Elmo? He said, see you outside. You know what I'm saying? What's up with it?
Big Bird gonna come.
I'll burn his feather ass.
Nothing gifts. They're gonna get the heavy hitters on you, man. All
Right.
the big puppets.
Exactly.
That take two people.
What you was gonna say?
I was gonna say, I don't know if you knew this, but Sesame Street actually started with black and brown kids in mind, like inner city kids, because at the time, I think Sesame Street started maybe in like the late 70s, mid 70s. But at the time, people who were working on the show noticed that a lot of kids who lived in inner cities, like their parents, like they would be at work or something. So they would only really watch TV, but there wasn't a lot of educational programs. So they would have Sesame Street so that kids who are home who can only watch TV or like they only have access to the TV, they can still learn to read, they can still learn their numbers, they can still like learn all that stuff. And so it's just so again, it's so weird because the foundation of Sesame Street has always been inclusion and diversity. And you have an incident like this happening in 2022. Like, come on.
Racism don't take no days off. Racism work overtime.
That's true.
You know?
I guess are you surprised? Because I'm honestly surprised because it's Sesame Place. And I guess I put too much stock in the brand, or yeah, the brand of Sesame Street and Sesame Place, that I would just think, yeah, it's perfect for kids. Like anyone would love to go there. And in fact, but like, are you surprised that something like this happened?
Of course, I'm surprised that something like this happened at Sesame Place. Like I said, they taught me my ABCs and 1, 2, 3s. I didn't expect them to call the cops on me. You know what I'm saying? And they the last people that talk about Blue Lives Matter. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But that leads to my next question for you: is like, should the whole show Sesame on Street get blamed for what happened, or should this be like a separate incident from the coworkers at Sesame Place? Because they're two different things.
See, that's hard because maybe, I guess you can't put anything past anybody, but I don't necessarily blame Sesame Street because I think consistently, I mean, my mom grew up watching it. My aunts, like my whole like generations of my family have grown up watching Sesame Street, and it's consistently been a a positive show. So, and it's for years. It's not like they've had things happen and scandals before, not that I know of. So I don't really blame Sesame Street, but I do think that Sesame Place can do a lot better as far as like vetting their employees, because this would never happen at Disney, you know?
At Disney?
So, because, yeah, oh no, they would never have a character at Disney do anything like that, because whether or not you want to blame the bigger company, it does reflect badly on them. So if Sesame Street wants to maintain their image, I do think that they at least need to like crack down and be a little more vigilant about who they hire and like the process and stuff, because you can't be traumatizing little kids like this. This is unacceptable.
Son, you gotta be extra friendly and stuff like that. He said, sing the theme song 3 times in a row. Like I don't know how you can really
sing it,
because once they get the job, it's just like, is it? You know what I'm saying? Just like if you hire somebody at any other job or something like that, because I'm pretty sure it's plenty of racist people like in corporate America or any other job. You know what I'm saying? But they're not going to show that side of them when they go to a job interview.
Yeah, but if that's the case, I feel like that person needs to be fired. You said it was 3 videos.
God.
All of them gotta go. They all gotta go.
Yeah.
Like, all right, you don't know what's in everybody's heart and mind. So sure, you could have someone who seemed cool, but they're racist or whatever. But I feel like once it comes down to compromising the business and compromising like service, the people's experiences, you make some people feel good, and then you make other people feel like they don't belong there. That's a problem.
You know what I'm saying?
Who do you think is to blame, I guess? The Sesame Place or Sesame Street or both? Or?
I say Sesame Place, because at the end of the day, Sesame Street, the main corporation, the main brand, had nothing to do with that. I'm pretty sure if they already knew something about this, they would have fired him before he even stepped on the place. So it's like that. I don't know. I think Sesame Place need to evaluate who they bring in, and that person that did it, or those people that did that, they definitely need to be fired. But I just been thinking about this too. It's just like, because obviously we got a lot of people angry about this and stuff like that. But my question is, do you really think people are going to stop supporting Sesame Place, or are they just going to get mad like we always do and go right back to going and putting money in their pocket? Be honest.
I hate to say it, but I don't think it's going to make it that big of a difference. I think, like, when did this happen? Like a week or so ago? So I think maybe between that, when it first happened, and maybe like a couple more weeks from now, because it's still fresh, I think there will be some people like, no, we're not going there. We're not going there. But people still going to go. And, the summer's going to be wrapping up soon. So if people don't go, it's probably just because of that, because the season's over, the kids are going back to school. But I don't really think, it's 3 incidents. I only knew about the one.
Okay.
So, like, what more do you need?
Yeah. The sad
what
part,
do you think?
Like, for me, it is, I hate to say this, but as like mad as I was about it, I wouldn't even say mad. I was just like more irritated. I wasn't like steaming, angry about that, because like I said before, 2020 and 2022, it don't matter on what year it is. Racism don't take no days off. Right, as you can see, now we got social media, so we can see racism all the time if we just scroll down our timeline. But at the same time, it's just like why this had to happen, like to like little kids. You know what I'm saying? But for me, I don't think nothing's going to happen. I think we're just going to be mad about it for a few months. Then we're going to go right back to supporting their business and stuff like that. And I don't think I'm not saying like the whole brand of Sesame Street need to be tainted from this. I'm just saying like maybe we need to do a little evaluation or meet some more restrictions about who we hire before so an incident like this don't happen, because nowadays it's like a little situation can be taken to the max thanks to Instagram and Facebook. You know what I'm saying? Because people got their camera phones out, and as long as who got whatever angle it is on, people are going to spin it to their own story. Oh, a mascot stepped on a little black boy's shoe. Oh, they stepping on black kids' shoes now. They know Jordans is a pivotal part of the black community. Why would they think doing it? You know how people know how to spin shit into their own thing. Like we get sensitive about any little thing, but this situation is not about being sensitive. Obviously, the mascot was in the wrong 100%. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, now I was trying to give them the benefit of the doubt. I was trying to be like, oh, maybe because they were tall. The person in the suit was tall, and they high-fived an adult first. So I'm thinking, okay, maybe like their line of sight was skewed, because to look from here to then go down to here when you don't necessarily know there's someone little there, maybe they didn't see them. But they straight up was like, so I'm like, okay, they're dismissing them because they're like doing the gesture. So they did see them. So it's like, okay, I can't even give them the benefit of the doubt because they just said, you're good. You too?
I just had a messed up thought. Like, just imagine just going to Sesame Place and you in a parade and you see Elma, hi little boy, hi little girl, hi there. Then you see a bunch of black kids.
Yeah. You got googly eyes. How you squinting? Like what? That don't make sense.
Disgusting. Remember that video I sent you with Sonic the Hedgehog and Shadow? Disgusting black creatures.
Disgusting.
That joint was drolling. Like I just don't get it. I just don't get it. It's just like, because it's not like Sesame Place is only like targeted to a certain demographic. You see like black kids, white kids, Asian kids, Hispanic kids there all the time, just like Disneyland or something like that. So it's the fact that it's like, dog, this, like, you see mixed kids all the time up in there. Like, why do you choose now to act a fool? I don't get what.
Even Sesame is supposed to be for literally everybody.
Right.
Like, aside from the races, disabilities, kids with autism, kids in wheelchairs, kids who have two gay parents, like everybody is supposed to feel good at Sesame Place. Have you ever been to Sesame Place?
I haven't, but like I have family that went there and they told me the vibes and stuff like that. Have you?
Do you? I haven't myself. I've like my siblings have gone for like trips and stuff, but I haven't been. I haven't really heard about anything like, oh, you gotta go. I just know, got the characters, and that's cute. But like, I've never really been a big Sesame Place person. Even if you had kids, like, would you even want to take them at this point? Like, would you be willing to roll the dice? Let's say they had a statement come out. We're so sorry. We handled those employees. They're no longer with us. We apologize. Is that enough to then make you feel comfortable to take your children to a Sesame Place?
I feel like it all depends, because if I had kids and stuff like that and I saw something like this happen online, like, I'd be thinking to myself, like, no, I don't want my kids to go through that, because best believe if they did that to my little daughter, my son, I'm swinging on Big Bird. Me and Big Bird just gonna be rumbling. I'm be ruffling some feathers. No pun intended. What are you talking about? It ain't knee slap. What you talking about? You know what I'm saying? And the same time too, when I think of it like this, like I just said before about how like we have a tendency to get mad about something, then a few months later forget all about it and go back and put money in their pockets. So I don't want to look like be the hypocrite. Like I will. The only reason I would probably go is my kids really, really beg me to go. Other than that, I'd be like, how about we just go to Disneyland during the summer, huh? Like, let's do that. Let's go where we want it. You know what I'm saying? And that's another topic or point that like is like good to talk about too. Like, or do you think like we have a tendency to go into places that we're not wanted at?
Some of us, yes.
Yeah.
I've seen so many videos too. I mean, it's not really related to Sesame, I've seen videos of people like going into clothing stores or restaurants or something, and the people who work there already, no, or like you would probably like somewhere else, or just giving them a hard time. And the person is like, oh, I got money, like looking for validation or something. Like, even though they don't want you there, you're still trying to prove, like, oh, my money's green. They don't want you or your money. Like, just, it's hurtful and it sucks and it's messed up and it is racist. But I feel like we have to have a little bit,
dignity.
I can't even think of the right word. Dignity. Like, I don't feel like we should be praising anyone who just treats us with the bare minimum of respect. And yeah, you're invited to the cookout. And I also don't think that we should be trying so hard to prove like we deserve this. Take my money, serve me. Like, no, if they don't want us there, we don't gotta be there. Like,
exactly.
It's not gonna be enjoyable anyway.
Remember that rapper? You know the rapper Jim Jones?
Yeah. Bowen. Yeah.
I like how you did that voice. But last year he got in a little dispute with the Gucci store, and they said he claimed that the owner was being racist, and he didn't want him and his entourage in there trying to kick them out early and stuff. And he made this whole thing on Instagram Live last year. Man, they racist for Gucci. Then, like, what, 2 or 3 months later, then all you see him and his friends in that same Gucci store, like, yeah, we got this place closed off, the whole store shut down for us. But it's like you already proved to them that they didn't want you. Like, they already made it clear that they didn't want you there. You think you going back there is going to somewhat be like, I showed them? No.
Yeah.
Stop going to places and spending your money at places that don't want you and expecting them to change. Like, if I go to like a Chinese store in the hood, right, and they were racist to me, what, like, it don't matter how many complaints I say or how many things are this place is racist, they're fucked them, they so fucked up. If I go back there tomorrow and still get some cheese fries or get a hoagie or something like that, it's not going to matter because you're putting money in their pockets. People don't change bad behavior if they keep getting rewarded for it. You get what I'm saying?
Yep. And you spending money there isn't going to make them say, what a stand-up Black person that was. You know what? I should change my ways and never be racist again. That doesn't happen.
No.
Okay. Like, and I don't think that there should be this attitude of like, you want to prove that you're the exception. I'm different. I'm not like those Black people that you don't like. You should serve me and you should treat me well because I'm different. Look at me. Look how different I am. Don't you want to take my money? And it's like, no, like, you don't need that. You know, we don't need that.
Exactly.
People don't want to treat us right. All right. Don't give them the money and then see how quick they want to try to pander and, oh, hey, it's lit. You know, then we'll see.
First of all, was that a dab?
But like, you remember when Juneteenth? A little something. Something. But you know, like when Juneteenth rolls around, or like whenever the functions roll around, it's always like, oh, hey guys, like we're down, we're hip, we're cool, we're in the mix.
Harambe.
Exactly. But it's like, I don't know. I would just prefer it if instead of us always having to show and try to get validation, I would rather companies just show us on their own that they are worthy of our money and our attention.
Or
because if you care, show it, you know.
Yeah. Or better yet, if you don't like how companies are treating you, try to put money and build your own shit. You know what I'm saying?
We'll support the Black-owned businesses we do have.
Exactly. Like, I feel like so many of us are so angry about certain things on trying to prove to white companies like Black people matter, Black lives matter, our money matters. Yeah, that's nice and all, but you keep putting money in their pockets for people that don't like you is not going to make them change. You know what I'm saying? I know
we have to act like it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I know we want that. We want to think that us protesting and boycotting certain things, but it's just like, it don't really matter if you keep putting money in their pocket. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? It's two things that can bring change in America. That's death and money. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Mm-hmm.
just like if you keep putting money in their pocket, shit ain't never going to change. So it's just like, but I feel like I don't know. It's like I feel we got this tendency. It's almost like a trend now where we get overhyped about something and be like, yeah, a hashtag justice for this or hashtag boycott this and stuff. But then that momentum go down, and then we move on to the next thing. Like, oh, did you watch the new episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians? Oh, that episode was lit. You know what I'm saying? We easily forget shit instead of keeping the same momentum. And a lot of companies, they know the formula. They know our tactics. It's like in a boxer. If you know somebody gonna hit you with the left jab, right hook, then sooner or later you gonna know how to dodge that shit. They know.
Yep.
I don't know.
If we just straight up like, if there was a straight up boycott, like if Black people were really like, you know what, I am not subjecting my child to this. I don't care how much they love Sesame Street. I don't care how much they beg me. I am not taking them to Sesame Street. Like I'm putting my foot down. Or with anything, I'm pretty sure we'd be taken a lot more seriously, like as a whole.
Yeah.
But right now, it's just like, oh, the Blacks are fussy again.
Basically, that's how those meetings be like. Oh, here we go again. The Black people are acting a damn fool and getting a little. They're in their feelings. Come on, Bob. Let's send them a care package. You know what?
Yeah, pretty much.
Hot Cheetos. Let's see, Hennessy. Let's see.
What are they like? What are they?
You know, what do the Blacks like? You know.
Yeah, and the same thing.
Exactly. We see this all the time, and white people just sit back and just like, oh, I'm not even gonna say white. It's just like I will say the mainstream. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't going to just say a race. It's just the mainstream society just sits back and just watches up and have a little temper tantrum and just like relax, just wait, let them cool down, and we'll have their money in no time.
I do think like the fact that we're even talking about it, and I have heard other people too talking about it, like my friends and my family and stuff, like this was outrageous. So I think the fact that people are discussing it and like we know is wrong, I like to think that that's a step in the right direction. Like maybe like it's not enough to just acknowledge it, to actually like speak out on it and raise awareness about it and encourage other people like maybe you need to think twice before you go here with your kids. Yeah. I would like to think that maybe that's a step in the right direction. Mm-hmm. It's just hard because there's so many times where like this is terrible, we don't deserve to be treated like this, and then we don't do anything.
Mm-hmm. Well, exactly. Sometimes,
so you know, we can only hope.
Yeah. I know some things is like it's hard for us to boycott, especially like when it's things or products that we love or something we grew up loving. But at the end of the day, we as Black people, like we already know the situation or our state in America. We know our situation or our position in America. We know the bullshit that we go through today or the bullshit that our ancestors going through. And it's like we gotta really ask ourselves if we really want change, like we always preaching on Facebook and Instagram. We really gotta put your foot down. It's like when you're going on a diet or something like that. At the end of the day, you don't want to give up that ice cream or those Doritos or that candy. But at the end of the day, sooner or later, if you really want change and lose weight, you gotta put your foot down and sacrifice some things.
Yep.
I'm willing to sacrifice Sesame Place. I'm sorry. It's so many Sesame Place in America. I'm sorry. It is.
I mean, not for nothing, but I'm cool with not going to. Like I drove past Sesame Place a couple times in my life, and wasn't impressed. So I'm not tripping. You know, I'll take my kids to Chuck E. Cheese. They got air conditioner in there. So.
Dorney Park, Six Flags, you name it. You know what I'm saying? It's
you name it.
It's plenty of places like you can go. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like a lot of us are scared to put our foot down and make that sacrifice. Be like, oh, I love H&M, or I love Sesame Place, or I love this product Gucci and stuff like that. But yeah, but if you really want change, you gotta give that up. You know what I'm saying? Put your foot down. Yeah.
And like scared for what? What they gonna do?
Exactly. They're gonna
disrespect you more.
Exactly. Like, you mean they're gonna show me respect? Give me dignity?
They had a Black boy with a shirt that said the coolest monkey in the jungle.
Oh
They
yeah.
had a turtleneck with freaking like black face, big weird lips on it. Like so many things. What more can they do?
He said,
What more can a company do to show you disrespect for you to say, hey, I'm not gonna take this anymore? Like without my
somebody
hand,
at the
like
table,
what are you
somebody
gonna
like,
do?
"Hey Bob, call him nigga. Are you sure?"
That's what I was gonna
Yeah.
hey blackies, like is that gotta be like Uncle Ruckus or something? Like
Right.
gorillas, like what more do you need? Like why does it have to come to that?
I don't know either. It's just like people just like, no. I'm pretty sure a monkey is a spiritual animal that means like sacrifice and dedication. You know what excuses motherfuckers gonna make to be able to find a good jacket. He said, man, that wintertime coming up, I need that ski jacket. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, just stick out, man. Stick to your word.
And you know what? With the Sesame Place thing, and any company that has like a racial situation that happens like this, it's like racism is wrong across the board. Like I can't excuse it. However, if you just admit it, like, yeah, we messed up. Like, I don't remember. Like the manager could be like, I personally did not interview that Rosita, but that was wrong. That was wrong, and we're sorry. Like, take accountability for it. Like, don't do some BS. Like, no, be like, yeah, this is messed up. We're sorry. We're gonna fix it, and this is how we're gonna fix it. Like, I would rather something like that even than just like, whoopsie doozy. Like, no,
Yeah.
it's not good enough.
Yeah, I don't know. Just people, like you said, people just don't want to take accountability because that means they got to put in work to change, and some people don't want to change.
Oh no!
He said,
Work
change.
to change.
He said, you mean I got to share my privilege? But
No.
yeah, that's all I got about that. And more of the story is like, as black community in general, it's time for us to start putting our foot down if we want to see change. We gotta sacrifice some things if we getting tired of certain companies treating us a certain way. That's all I gotta say about that. What about
we're not gonna take it.
Right.
No, we're not gonna take it.
Oh man, anything else you got?
Sunny days, sweeping the clouds away.
Tell me how to get to Sesame Street. I think I'm going to take a detour. I'm sorry.
I'd rather not.
With that being said, I go by the name of Steph, and
Still that.
And this has been another episode of the Millennial Dungeon. Drive safely out there, y'all, and we'll see you next time. Peace.
Bye.
Yeah. Ergo.